I have been staring at the depth chart for the Seattle Seahawks, and honestly, the front office has handed the backfield keys to rookie Jadarian Price. With Kenneth Walker III gone and Zach Charbonnet nursing a long-term injury, the number 32 overall pick is officially the guy expected to carry the load in 2026. It is a massive opportunity for a rookie to immediately define the future of our offense during a critical transition year. And honestly, the more details come out, the harder it is to ignore what is going on behind the scenes. Smash that like button, subscribe, and drop your name and city in the comments. We are a brand new channel pushing toward our first 1,000 subscribers, and every single person who joins this community helps us keep going. Let us get into it. The most significant development as we prepare for the 2026 season centers on our top rookie pick, Jadarian Price, who is poised to become the most impactful breakout player on the offensive side of the ball. After the Seahawks used the number 32 overall pick on the former Notre Dame standout, the stage is set for him to inherit a major workload following the departure of Kenneth Walker III to the Chiefs and the unfortunate injury sidelining Zach Charbonnet. While the defense saw notable rises from players like Drake Thomas, Ty Okada, and Josh Jobe last year, the spotlight now shifts to our backfield. The anticipation around Price is high because he arrives as a first-round selection with the pedigree of a proven dual-threat runner, providing us with a fresh spark as we look to build upon our championship success under Mike Macdonald. The part fans are not ready for is the reality of the depth chart rotation, as Price will have to share carries with George Holani while Charbonnet recovers. This situation has created a palpable sense of anxiety among the faithful who wonder if the rookie can capitalize on this window of opportunity before our veteran rotation complicates the picture. We are all rooting for his immediate success, yet the coaching staff is facing a difficult balancing act regarding playing time. The core tension for us as supporters involves the long-term outlook for the running back position. If Charbonnet misses the first third of the season as expected, we will have a definitive answer on whether Price is the true future of this franchise, or if we are merely watching a temporary stopgap measure. What does this mean for our roster construction if Price proves he belongs in the starting role right out of the gate? The most surprising reality facing our franchise is that Jadarian Price remains under club control through the 2030 season, thanks to the fifth-year option attached to his rookie contract. This rare level of long-term security is a direct result of the front office seizing an opportunity created by the severe injury to Zach Charbonnet and the departure of Kenneth Walker III to Kansas City. We drafted Price at pick number 32 precisely because we needed an immediate answer to our backfield uncertainty, moving away from our usual strategy of veteran acquisitions to secure a foundational talent. What makes this even bigger is the historical parallel to our previous attempts at finding a bell cow runner. We have often gambled on mid-round picks, but committing a first-round selection to this position shows that Mike Macdonald and the front office are prioritizing a specific physical brand of offensive identity. Behind closed doors, our decision-makers likely view this as a low-risk, high-reward investment. They recognize that if Price performs well during the first third of the season while Charbonnet continues his recovery, he will essentially render the upcoming contract disputes at the position moot. By opting for a youth movement rather than overpaying for veteran production, we are aligning our roster with a sustainable championship window. The coaches understand that a rookie needs significant reps to adjust to the speed of the professional game, which is why they are clearly prepared to feature him prominently regardless of outside pressure. If Price can demonstrate the same dual threat capabilities he showed at Notre Dame, he will solidify his role as the face of our rushing attack for years to come. Ultimately, this isn't just about filling a temporary void, but about securing a permanent fixture in our offensive scheme that allows the team to remain competitive while managing the salary cap effectively. The transition from a championship season to the next campaign brings immediate pressure, and how we manage our backfield is the ultimate litmus test for the front office under Jody Allen. Here is what people are missing about our offensive identity in 2026. With Kenneth Walker III now playing for the Kansas City Chiefs and Zach Charbonnet nursing a significant injury, the spotlight rests squarely on rookie Jadarian Price. As Seattle Seahawks fans, we have to recognize that this is not just a depth move, but a calculated bet on the future of our ground game. Price was selected with the number 32 overall pick, and he will shoulder a massive workload alongside George Holani until Charbonnet returns to the rotation. This change forces a complete shift in our offensive tempo, demanding that Price proves his value during the first third of the season. His performance will directly dictate our competitive standing against the Los Angeles Rams and the rest of the division. If he demonstrates the explosiveness we saw during his tenure at Notre Dame, we solidify our playoff trajectory and minimize the impact of losing veteran production. However, if the transition is slow, our offense could struggle to maintain the balance required for another deep run. This situation also creates a complex financial scenario, as we must decide whether to retain Charbonnet or move forward exclusively with Price, who remains on his rookie contract through the 2030 season. The upcoming schedule provides little room for error, and every carry Price log serves as an audition for the starting role long-term. We are watching the evolution of our roster in real time, and the success of this young man will determine if our window of dominance stays wide open for years to come as we chase another trophy. The most compelling case for Jadarian Price is his immediate path to relevance. As our first-round selection at pick number 32, he represents a major infusion of youth into the backfield. With Kenneth Walker III now in Kansas City and Zach Charbonnet nursing a significant injury, Price has a wide-open window to establish himself as the primary ball carrier. This is a golden opportunity for a talent who proved his mettle at Notre Dame as a high-level contributor. Now, here's the thing about this situation. We must consider the inherent risks involved in relying on a rookie during the early portion of the 2026 campaign. The competition from George Holani is very real, and if Price fails to produce quickly, he could find himself fighting for snaps once the backfield returns to full health. While Seattle Seahawks on SI points to Price as the clear breakout star, others around the league are keeping a close watch on how the rotation between Price and Holani settles. The broader media conversation suggests that while Ty Okada and Josh Jobe were excellent discoveries last season, the offensive output hinges almost entirely on whether this rookie can handle a heavy workload. My honest take here is that the hype surrounding Price might be slightly premature. I appreciate the optimism regarding his future, especially with the fifth-year option available through 2030, but expecting him to immediately replace the production we saw from our previous starters is a tall order. I believe he will certainly see the field, but fans should temper their expectations for his early stats. Let us see how he performs when the pads start popping in training camp before we crown him the next franchise cornerstone. It is a long season, and managing this transition period with patience will be the key to our offensive success this year. The emergence of Jadarian Price as our primary breakout candidate highlights a significant shift in how the Seahawks are building for long-term success. By investing the number 32 overall pick into the running back position, the front office is clearly prioritizing immediate production to maintain our competitive edge. And that changes everything for our offensive identity as we look to capitalize on this window of opportunity over the next few seasons. You should feel incredibly optimistic about this path because the team is intentionally setting up young talent for early success rather than relying solely on veterans who might be heading elsewhere. With Zach Charbonnet sidelined, Price has a rare golden opportunity to prove he is the future of our backfield right out of the gate. While we have seen defensive stars like Drake Thomas, Ty Okada, and Josh Jobe solidify their roles, having a dynamic playmaker on offense gives us the balance required to dominate opponents consistently. This level of forward-thinking roster management shows that the organization is not afraid to move on from established names to secure a more sustainable future. Price has the talent to make this an easy transition, and his performance will dictate whether the management decides to commit to a long-term contract at that position or continue their aggressive cycle of turnover. It is a bold, calculated gamble that could pay dividends for years to come. Do you believe Jadarian Price will secure the starting running back role permanently by the time Zach Charbonnet returns from his injury? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. We are still pushing toward our first 1,000 subscribers, and every one of you helps us get there. Go Hawks! I'll see you in the next one.